A very good Black Friday morning to everyone out there. Landon here in the driver's seat with you to bring you your latest weather forecast, courtesy of On Target. Had some cloud cover. It's been sticking around throughout the overnight. You can see it transversing east across the state early this morning. We get the back edge of that cloud deck lining right along and just west of Christian and Muhlenberg County as we speak. That's going to continue to shift eastward throughout this morning, folks. And we're going to have rays of sunshine take over. But it is going to remain on the frigid side of things. That is a promise, not just today, folks, but for the foreseeable future. Let's get a look across the region. The D93 Skycam overlooking downtown Bowling Green. We can see these stratus layers that's got us socked in out there early this morning. Not just there, but overlooking the Beechtree News Skycam up in Morgantown. It's a similar scenario. Cloud cover's got us socked in across the entire region, but folks, that will be coming to an abrupt end here very shortly. Temperatures have plummeted all the way down between the upper 20s and lower 30s region-wide. We're going to be bumping highs up to right around the 40-degree mark this afternoon. I think the vast majority of us folks are simply not going to be able to escape the 30s, and we're going to have these winds out of the west on the cusp of 5 to 15 miles an hour at times. That's going to help mitigate and keep those temperatures at bay, all right? So let's jump over here and let's talk about the model guidance and what we can anticipate with the cold temperatures that's coming in here. We have got this massive area of low pressure located up in Canada. Counterclockwise flow, folks, that circulates around these upper pinwheeling monster troughs and lows is going to reinforce northwest flow aloft across the region. This is going to result in little clipper systems. It's going to be escorting south and east through the region. As we get into our Saturday, it's going to bring another uptick in cloud cover, but it's also going to bring some rain and snow showers along with it, all right? So let's jump right into the details, shall we? Not waste any more time. Here we are working throughout today. We're going to be dry as a bone underneath that big ball of fire that is going to eventually dominate the sky. Don't be deceived, folks. You're going to want the winter wardrobe on if you have any plans in the outdoors today. We finally get into our Saturday, folks, and keep your eyes right here off to our north and west. We got this shortwave disturbance that's going to come trucking down out of the northwest flow that we were just looking at there on the big continental U.S. weather map. And as early as lunchtime hour rolling into the afternoon, we might get in on some rain and snow showers. Now, there is a caveat to come along with this, folks. We have very dry low levels of the atmosphere. So initially, I don't think we're going to see much in the form of precipitation. However, as we work through the afternoon and then we get into Saturday evening, we see a little bit more snow showers that come through the region along with that wintry mix as well, based on the temperature profiles in the atmosphere. Now, you see a lot of blues there on the map, folks, that finally get out of here during the pre-dawn hours of our Sunday. With that being said, I want to showcase why we're not expecting much, if any, snowfall here across the Wobbles community. It is all going to be days based on our temperature profiles throughout our atmosphere. We're going to work into this afternoon. We get into the peak heating as promised. Highs either side of the 40-degree mark. The vast majority of us is going to be on the south side of that, with temperatures down between the mid and upper 30s for highs this afternoon. We're going to get into our Saturday, folks, and right around 10 a.m., whenever we saw the initial reflectivity there on the previous map, we're still going to be well above average in the temperature department, all right? Or well above freezing, excuse me, in the temperature department. But as we work into our Saturday evening and throughout the Saturday night, you can see, folks, temperatures tank down, but they only bottom out right around the freezing mark, okay? I think most of us are going to see lows right around the 30-degree mark at or below freezing. And, folks, even colder temperatures are going to follow suit Sunday on into Sunday night, on into Monday, and on into our Monday night as well. That's going to come along with that. So taking a look here outside of that, folks, before we look at any potential of anything significant, here's a look at the updated snowfall probabilities through early Sunday morning. And you can see, folks, in comparison to yesterday, guidance has taken the snowfall a little bit further north. Why is that? Well, Temperature profiles throughout the atmosphere that we were just showcasing for you are going to remain right around or above freezing for the vast majority of this event. It's going to be kind of difficult to get anything on the ground unless you're up there a little bit closer to the Ohio River where the colder temperatures are anticipated, all right? Now, outside of that, folks, we don't have too much to talk about on the weather front other than frigid cold temperatures that's going to be settling in here. You can take a look at the 7-day precipitation forecast. This is valid all the way through Friday morning of next week. Next to zilch and nothing that's going to be coming along with that. And that'll be based on those dry low levels of the atmosphere tomorrow. That's not going to allow us to see, I believe, much in the form of precipitation. But folks, with that being said, we have got frigid temperatures that's going to be moving in here. And our friends over at On Target would like to keep you aware. Before the frigid cold arrives, I want you to take a look at the forecast lows throughout the overnight hours. Going to be all the way down to the upper teens, lower 20s throughout our Friday. Going to be around the mid and upper 20s on Saturday. And then Sunday into Monday morning, folks, the coldest without a doubt. Some of us could be all the way down between the low and mid teens by the time we wake up Monday and Tuesday morning. And again, Tuesday night, all the way back down well below freezing. Yet again, these are some helpful tips our community partners at On Target wanted to fill you in on. But folks, I wanted to point out right there at the bottom, if your pipes burst, immediately shut off the main water valve and call the On Target emergency line at 270-693-3600. I already got it saved on my smartphone, of course. I would recommend you all do the same as well. You can call at any point in time, even during and throughout the holidays as well. Here's a full breakdown of your next 6-day weather forecast brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. Loads of sunshine today, highs trapped down for many of us in the mid and upper 30s. Saturday, clouds are going to go back on the uptick with highs right around the 40-degree mark. Got the opportunity at some hit-miss rain and snow showers throughout the afternoon and throughout Saturday night. It doesn't look like it's going to be amounting to much of anything. Even colder Sunday into Monday and Tuesday of next week with highs all the way down to around the mid-30s. Wind chills could be down to the 20s for most. And we just mentioned, folks, all of the frigid cold temperatures throughout the overnight hours. Take the necessary precautions and winterize your home before these frigid temps work in here tonight and throughout the early to middle part of next week. Folks, that'll wrap up your Black Friday edition of your Whether or Not forecast brought to you by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a fantastic